Have you ever caught yourself wondering how to make her miss you? Maybe it's an ex you want to reconnect with, someone who's slipping away, or a girl you're dating but haven't quite clicked with on a deeper level. Here's the truth. Making her miss you isn't about playing games or using cliché advice. Instead, it's about shifting the focus in a way that feels natural and effortless, so much so that it might just surprise you. But here's the twist. The secret to making her miss you isn't just about her. It's about you. There's a timeless philosophy that holds the key to mastering this art: Stoicism. It's a philosophy rooted in focus, self-control, and the kind of intrigue that keeps people coming back for more. By the end of this, you'll not only know how to make her miss you, but you'll also understand why it works on a much deeper level. 1. Cultivate the power of absence. Absence, when used wisely, can be one of the most powerful tools to make someone miss you. When you're always readily available, people often take your presence for granted. Think about it. What's more intriguing? A book you haven't had time to finish, or one that's always lying open and unread? To make someone miss you, you need to create moments of mystery and longing. This doesn't mean disappearing altogether, but giving enough space for the other person to wonder about you and your life. When you're not always accessible, it sparks curiosity. They'll start asking themselves questions like, "What are they doing?" Or "Why haven't they texted me yet?" This subtle uncertainty can trigger feelings of longing. To master this art, avoid over-communicating. For instance, instead of replying to their texts within seconds, take your time. This shows that while you value the connection, your life doesn't revolve around them. In your absence, make your presence felt. You can achieve this by leaving a lasting impression when you are together. Be memorable by showing genuine interest in them, sharing thoughtful stories, and exuding positivity. When you're gone, they'll be reminded of how much better their moments felt with you in them. Absence isn't about playing games. It's about giving people the space to appreciate your worth. 2. Master the art of self-improvement. One of the most attractive qualities in a person is their ability to evolve. If you want someone to miss you terribly, become the best version of yourself. When you focus on personal growth, whether it's advancing your career, building healthier habits, or pursuing new hobbies, you naturally draw people toward you. Why? Because confidence and independence are irresistible. Think about it. Who would you miss more? A person who constantly complains about life, or someone who inspires you to grow? When you show that you're invested in yourself, others will admire and value you more. For instance, if you've always wanted to learn a new skill, now's the time to start. Post about your progress subtly on social media, not to brag, but to highlight your commitment to self-improvement. Additionally, physical appearance matters, but not in a shallow way. When you feel good about how you look, it boosts your confidence. Start exercising regularly, dressing better, or even experimenting with a fresh look. The goal here is to make the other person think, "Wow, they're really glowing lately. I want to be around them." Remember, self-improvement isn't just about impressing someone else. It's about becoming so fulfilled and happy on your own that anyone who comes into your life feels lucky to have you. This newfound confidence and growth will make you unforgettable. 3. Leave subtle reminders of you. If you want someone to miss you, give them gentle nudges to remember you, even when you're not around. This doesn't mean being overbearing or intrusive. It's about planting subtle reminders that make them think of you in a positive light. For example, when you're together, mention a song, movie, or book you love. Later, when they come across that thing, they'll instantly think of you. You can also give them something small but meaningful: a book with an insightful note written inside, or a playlist of songs you think they'd enjoy. These little gestures show thoughtfulness and leave a lasting impression. Social media can also play a role here. Instead of posting content that screams for attention, share moments that reflect your authentic self, your travels, hobbies, or achievements. This way, even when they're scrolling through their feed, they'll be reminded of how interesting and dynamic you are. Another way to leave reminders is through shared experiences. Do something together that's out of the ordinary, like trying a new restaurant, taking a hike, or learning an activity together. Unique memories are hard to forget. When you're not around, they'll replay those moments in their mind, wishing you were there to relive them. 4. Be unpredictably charming. Predictability often leads to boredom, but when you're unpredictable, in a good way, it keeps people intrigued. Show them a side of you they didn't expect. This doesn't mean being erratic, but rather being multidimensional. For instance, if you're usually serious, surprise them with humor. If you're known for being outgoing, show them your reflective side. This keeps them guessing and wondering what's next, making you a constant subject of their thoughts. When someone feels they're always learning something new about you, they naturally become more drawn to you. Charm also involves how you treat others. Be kind, patient, and generous, not just to them, but to everyone around you. Your character leaves a lasting impression. When you're not around, they'll miss not just your presence, but also the warmth and positivity you bring to any room. 5. Create moments of emotional depth. Emotional connections are the foundation of meaningful relationships, and if you want someone to miss you, creating moments of emotional depth is essential. People remember those who make them feel seen, valued, and understood. Surface-level interactions might be pleasant, but they are rarely memorable. True impact comes from diving beneath the surface and forming a bond that resonates on a personal level. Start by being genuinely curious about the other person. Ask open-ended questions that go beyond the usual small talk. For instance, instead of asking, "How was your day?" ask, "What's something that made you feel excited or inspired recently?" Questions like these invite them to share deeper parts of themselves, fostering vulnerability and trust. Equally important is active listening. When they share their thoughts or feelings, be fully present. Respond with empathy and understanding, rather than offering quick solutions or dismissive comments. You can also create emotional depth by sharing your own vulnerabilities. Being open about your dreams, fears, or experiences invites them to see you as authentic and relatable. This mutual exchange of trust builds a connection that lingers in their mind long after the conversation ends. Shared experiences that evoke emotions are another powerful way to deepen your bond. Watching a meaningful movie, attending a live event, or even having an honest conversation during a quiet walk can leave a lasting impression. When these moments are meaningful, they become imprinted in their memory. The key is to make them associate you with feelings of comfort, trust, and excitement. When someone feels emotionally fulfilled in your presence, they'll naturally crave that connection again, and your absence will leave a noticeable void in their life. Emotional depth is what transforms casual relationships into unforgettable ones. 6. End on a high note. The way you end any interaction plays a significant role in how people remember you. If you consistently leave someone on a high note, they'll associate you with positive emotions and look forward to the next time they see or hear from you. Whether it's a conversation, a date, or even a quick text exchange, how you close the moment can make all the difference in how much they miss you. To end on a high note, ensure your last impression is filled with positivity and warmth. For example, if you're saying goodbye after a date or meeting, express genuine appreciation for the time you spent together. A simple but heartfelt statement like, "I had such a great time today, thank you for making it so special," can leave a lasting impression. Compliments or lighthearted jokes also work wonders in making someone remember you fondly. Timing is another crucial factor. Leave when the energy is still high and the conversation or activity feels engaging. If you linger too long, the interaction may lose its spark. and the memory may fade into mediocrity. Instead, leave at a point when they're still enjoying your presence. This creates a sense of longing and anticipation for the next interaction. Subtle gestures can also leave a positive final touch. A warm smile, a sincere goodbye hug, or even a text later saying, "I'm still smiling thinking about today," can amplify the emotional impact. It shows that you value the connection, making them more likely to miss you. Ultimately, leaving on a high note ensures that your absence doesn't feel ordinary. It feels like a gap that can only be filled by you. This strategy creates a lingering sense of joy, making them eager for your return and intensifying their feelings of longing. If you truly want someone to miss you, remember this. It's not about manipulation or playing mind games. It's about becoming someone worth missing, someone whose presence adds value, whose absence creates longing, and whose character leaves a lasting impact. By mastering these steps, you'll not only make someone miss you terribly, but also cultivate deeper, more meaningful connections in the process. So, go ahead, focus on being your best self and creating unforgettable moments. And when they start missing you, you'll know it's because of the amazing person you've become. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Psychology Insight for more life-changing tips and insights.